And good afternoon. Just want to bring you a quick update on our social platforms here, let you know what's going to be happening as we move through the afternoon. And you can see on the boards there is our next system, and that's the one that's going to bring us that wintry mix, and it could make for some slick travel, especially in our northern tier and some of the hilltops, higher elevations of the Pocono. So let's jump into it for a few minutes here and show you what's going on. There's our system, and I'm going to put it on the now frame, which is the latest that we have on the radar. And that gives you an idea. Now, I just spoke with Kelly, who works with radio stations out in central Pennsylvania. We do the forecast for them. And even though it is showing snow and rain over the Williamsport area, it's not quite reaching the ground just yet. We have spotters on the ground, like Kelly, who give us information. And this is what we call virga. It evaporates before it reaches the ground. So even though on radar it looks like it may have already started there, it hasn't quite reached the ground just yet, but it will over the next hour or two, and it's going to gradually keep working its way to the east. So if you're going to be traveling, just a heads up, I think most of this comes down in the form of rain, but we'll have to keep a close eye on it for sure. I'm going to go ahead and back this up. This is future clouds and radar. Put it in a manual motion here, and there it is. You can see that system over all of northeastern and central Pennsylvania by 5:30. And then as we head into the evening hours, that northeast corner, that's the one spot that I'm most concerned with. You see Montrose, Honesdale, Tunkhannock, in those areas there, that's where we could be looking at higher amounts of snow. When I say higher amounts, I'm talking 3, 4, maybe 5 inches of snow. Rest of the area, though, very little snow. And you can see that pink mix. Yeah, that's freezing rain, some sleet, and even just some plain rain as we head through the overnight. So I do think we see a transition to all rain for all of us through the overnight, and then we have those spotty showers in the morning, as you can see here for Saturday morning. Just show you some of the numbers that we have. This is snowfall totals. And again, if you look in that northeast corner, this is where we see areas right up in here. This is where we see potential for some higher amounts. Towanda certainly included in that. Also notice this. Look at this. Mount Pocono, and then come over here to Hazleton. You see that right there? Now, why are we seeing those when they're a little bit further south? That's because of elevation. We've talked about this. When it comes to elevation, we see that, and that's the case with that. So it's not going to last long. If it does snow a little bit in the elevated spots, we're going to see that change over to rain. But you notice some other spots here too, like the Wyoming Valley. That's less than an inch of snow total. Also out here in the Susquehanna Valley. So the valley's not going to see much snow out of this. The hilltops and some of the outlying areas like the northern tier may see a few more inches of snow, but certainly not a crippling storm. The other thing right here, rain forecast. This is not only rain, this is sleet, freezing rain, the whole gambit. If you get some grapple, that's thrown in there too. So there you go. We're looking at anywhere from a ½ inch in Wellsboro to as much as maybe an 1.5 inches over Stroudsburg. And that's over a 12 to 14-hour period overnight into Saturday morning. So we could be looking at some downpours over parts of the region overnight. So the storm will arrive this afternoon, wintry mix along with periods of rain. Delays will be possible this evening. Keep that in mind if you have any outdoor plans. Let's just do a quick check on watches and warnings. The last time I checked, there was none issued by the National Weather Service, and now we do have a winter weather advisory posted, and that includes northeastern and central Pennsylvania in that. So you can see all the counties right there with that advisory. So we'll keep you posted on this. All you got to do is keep coming back to WNEP TV, because we're going to have much more on coming up on the TV on 4, 5, and 6. So stay tuned. We'll keep you informed. Have the umbrella ready to go, and just be safe out there. Have a great afternoon.